lucid dreams are getting deeper. This dreamer continues his practice, and his awareness within dreams keeps growing stronger. In this episode, a mystical atmosphere, the first visions of the double's hand, flying attempts, and yet another search for an ally. But did he get closer to his goal at this time, or did something go wrong again?
February the 14th, 2025. It's 7 a.m. and I'm recording this right away so I don't forget a single detail. This lucid dream was massive, the longest one yet. It started like any other dream, a village, a garden, a school. Everything felt random until suddenly I became aware. This time I stayed calm. I knew I was dreaming. It happened thanks to practices of non-doing and stopping thoughts, techniques that consume mental energy and are now beginning to show results. I remembered, my goal is to find an ally. But instead, I found myself in a house full of cats. Black cats, ginger ones, but none were white. They looked at me kindly, but none of them felt like an ally. Lucidity started to fade, but I remembered a key technique: constantly shift attention, or the dream will collapse. I began scanning the room, moving quickly, and stepped outside the gates. The atmosphere was strange. Nighttime, but everything was visible, like early dawn. Then I saw it, a shadow on the balcony. Someone was standing there. I ran after it, but when I arrived, the figure was gone. I saw an open door, climbed up, and suddenly something white jumped at me. A cat, or something more than a cat. It felt real, but also beyond real. I stepped into a garden. Everything was incredibly vivid, more real than reality. And then I saw him. Behind a fence, leaning against the door, sat a man in a hat. His silhouette resembled an old man. He seemed asleep, or maybe he was just waiting. Could this be the ally? I wanted to approach, but something inside stopped me. Then the dream began to dissolve. Buildings appeared around the village, like scenes from a video game. I realized that if I didn't shift my focus, it would all vanish. And then something extraordinary happened. Suddenly, I saw my hands, but they weren't ordinary hands. These were the hands of the double, energetic, semi-transparent, glowing yellow-orange with a violet tint. I could control them, yet at the same time I felt my physical hands still and motionless in waking life. It was a new level of awareness. I understood I was in a dream body, not the physical one. I spread my arms and flew. It felt like a video game. I controlled the flight consciously, but it wasn't easy. I nearly crashed into a building, but gained altitude. I flew between high rises that didn't belong in the village. I ended up at a construction site. Everything looked like scenes from a game. Then suddenly, I was wearing a ridiculous superhero costume. The dream turned into a script. Bandits showed up, but vanished quickly. Then came people in white lab coats, and out of nowhere I said, "Where is Theresa Myers?" I had no idea why I said that. Then I shouted, "I am Laba!" These weren't my words, they just appeared. The dream began slipping away. I realized I was losing control. I returned to the house, and there he was, the cat from my childhood. He recognized me, started purring. I stroked him, and the sensation felt real. But there wasn't much time left. I knew that if I didn't do something meaningful now, I'd waste this chance. I didn't find the ally, didn't use my vision. I must fix this next time. This was my longest lucid dream yet. I was 90% aware compared to 70% before. I saw the double's hands for the first time, mastered the technique of shifting attention, learned to return to lucidity after waking up. But I still haven't found the ally. So the goal remains the same for next time.